Well, hi there. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by Big Age Love with Robin R. Robinson. This is a show for savvy, melanated folks age 55 and over who want to age well, have a few laughs, be uplifted, keep your mind moisturized because a moisturized mind is a magnificent mind, and stay as cute as hell in the process. Okie doke? Win, win, win. Check, check, check. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that you're doing well and staying wonderful and fabulous and taking care of yourself. This episode is going to be on how being grateful and kind can save your life. Okay, it is December the 19th. It is 10:42 a.m. Central Standard Time. You are gorgeous, you are fabulous, you are wonderful, and being grateful is so very, very important for helping you to age well and age better. Okay, it's been cold here the past couple weeks or so, but it's beginning to warm up, and we're expecting temperatures in the mid 70s and up to 78 on Christmas. That's a drag for me because I prefer warmer climate. And when I say warmer climate, I mean a colder. Uh, a colder holiday weather. I like wind, rain, cold. I like to be able to put on the fireplace. You can't put on a fireplace if it's 78 degrees. So I guess I won't be doing that this year. But anywho, my Lakers are going to be playing, so I'm going to be enjoying them. My son and grandson are coming over for my fabulous Christmas brunch. So we're going to have a good time. So I am grateful for that. However, I'm especially grateful today because of the fact that today is the 17th anniversary of my experiencing what you may have known or heard of as AVMs, arterial venous malformations. And my goodness, you're thinking, what is that? I mean, it doesn't sound like good times. Well, it's not good times. Um, it's a life-threatening event. It's a brain bleed caused by weakened, tangled blood vessels. It's a brain bleed caused by weakened, tangled blood vessels, and it is not a laughing matter at all. And they burst under high pressure, which leads to sudden, horrible headaches, vomiting, seizures, and potential brain damage or death. This event happened to me in 2008, December 19th, on a Friday, actually, the second event. Um, there's a lot to go into, and I can't right now due to time constraints, but I have written a book, and my goal is to get it published so that I can get it out to you guys, and all of the details are in there. But it was a trip. It really, really was. I'm so grateful to be alive. I was in the hospital for 21 days, and the surgery lasted 8 hours, and I was off work for 3 months. It's a miracle I'm alive. And I used to work for a doctor, and he told me that my condition and the fact that I survived was what they called a save in the medical field, because based upon all of the variables that happened up to and including what happened to me, the surgery and all of that, I should not have survived. And there were so many things that happened. It just was an affirmation and a confirmation, because I've always known, but it was a confirmation that God was cradling me and He was taking care of me and watching over me. Many things, such as the fact that I called my sister very, very late that night. I don't remember it at all. And I called her for her to help me, and she sent the ambulance, but she didn't know my address. She didn't know my exact address. She knew the proximity, and there were other apartment complexes where I was, but the ambulance and the police were able to get to me. There was not a trauma hospital in Sacramento at the time, so I had to be, and it was too foggy to be airlifted, so I had to be transported via ambulance 90 miles away to San Francisco to UCSF, which was one of the best neurological brain departments in the world. So and because my brain was swelling. At each moment, my brain was swelling. When I got there, I was put into a medically induced coma so that my brain could stop swelling. And then on that Monday, I was admitted on a Saturday. On that Monday, the 22nd, I had my 8-hour brain surgery where they cut into the back of my head with a handheld power saw, and that was a trip. I wasn't aware of it, obviously, but I have a small plate in my head, and a muscle had to be taken out. And to this day, 17 years later, my head is still a little tender, and my neck, I don't have full range of motion in my neck, but I survived. I'm a walking miracle, and I'm so grateful. I am so, so grateful. I could have made the choice of wallowing in my situation and, oh, what was me? Oh, my goodness, why me? Oh, why didn't it turn out this way? Or why did I have to experience that? But hey, it happened and I dealt with it. I had wonderful, wonderful support, people helping me, people checking on me, medical intervention. Nurses would come once a week and check on me and the whole bit, physical therapy, all of that. And I decided this is what I was going to age and also heal better by having a better attitude. And being grateful, I think, added to that. Being grateful, not taking anything for granted. I am not lucky. I am blessed, and I will correct anybody who's talking about, oh, you were so lucky, or it was a coincidence. Oh, hell no, it wasn't. The Lord wrapped me around his finger, his cuddle, cradled me in his arms and took care of me and watched over me the way that he does with you as well. Okay. I know wonderful days are ahead and I'm looking so forward to them. There's a lot of things that I want to do and a lot of things that I want to achieve. And I know that he is going to help me just like I know he's going to help you. But you got to have a better attitude. You have to have a good attitude. You have to have a grateful attitude. I just visited a very dear friend of mine in the hospital and she's so brave. You wouldn't know just by looking at her or talking to her that has been going through so much this past year. But she is a trooper and she is strong and she has a great attitude and she's beautiful and she's faith filled and she's loving and she's generous and she's just fabulous. And she's decided to take the bull by the horns and deal with this and be grateful anyway. God knows what's going on with her. There's nothing that surprises him. So her attitude is going to help her to heal better and she's on her way to being healed instead of wallowing in her sorrows and the whole bit. Nobody wants to be around that. Nobody wants to be around that. You got to decide that you want to do better and be better. And you also have to know that there are people who are in worse situations than you. I sent out Christmas cards this year by a group of folks called the Mouth and Foot and Painting artists. They use their mouths to put their paintbrushes between their mouths and they use their feet to paint because they don't have hands. Can you imagine? But they still create wonderful works of art and beauty, and their attitude, I'm sure, helps them to create this wonderful thing. There's this NFL player, Tobias Dorzon, who is now a chef, and he's on these cooking competitions. Just last year, last November 2024, he was shot 11 times while shielding his girlfriend while a group of folks were ambushing him and shooting up the damn place. And 11 times, 5 surgeries. But he's still out there competing, cooking shows, doing well, advancing to the next round because he decided this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. This is what I'm going to do. So, it's a choice. You have to decide when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I'm an advocate for that. I've got a gratitude jar that I put uh, make little notes on post-its and I date the cards and I time date the cards and about what I'm grateful for that day at that moment. And I put them all in my little mason jar. And at the end of the year, the last week of the year, I pull out several every day and read about what I'm grateful for and what I have been grateful for that year. And it's such a good feeling. And it's such a wonderful acknowledgement and a confirmation about my being grateful and being so grateful. That's the word, grateful. People who are not grateful are, usually ugly, because they're constantly bitter and they're negative and their brows are furrowed and they've got lines around their mouths and they've got the resting bitch face and they're like, come on now, who wants to look at that all day? I certainly don't. So you have to, be kind. Try to do an act of kindness every day, no matter how big or small. You decide the bombs, the kindness bombs that you want to set off. A couple weeks ago, I was in Trader Joe's and it was very cold. I had on my coat, I was bundled up, but I noticed this young black woman with her daughter, maybe 7 or 8 years old, walking up into the register. to the right of me, and I noticed her little nose was running. And I keep Kleenex in my purse, and I pulled the Kleenex out, and I gently tapped the mother on the shoulder and said, your little girl's nose is running. I have a Kleenex for you. And I looked at her. She looked at me, and for a second there was a hesitancy, but then she acquiesced and took the tissue, and I felt good about that, but I also noticed the sadness in her eyes, and she was just literally just tired. And this was, not even noon. This was like 11 in the morning, and could have been even earlier. But the fact that I extended myself, and the fact that I wanted her to know that I was sincere and I wasn't judging or anything. It's just that it was cold. The little girl did not have the proper attire on to stave off the cold weather, and her nose was running. So, and that made me feel good. So, you have to determine the kindness bombs, like I said, that you set off, because contributing goodness adds to endorphins, and or endorphins add to your being able to feel good, which adds to you feeling better and adds to you aging well. It's all a continuum, because being kind to someone is not going to hurt you. Being kind to someone is only going to make you feel better. Now, I'm not asking you to be a fool. I'm not asking you to put yourself in danger or whatnot. But try to do something kind every day. It doesn't even have to be big. But just try to do something kind. That will help you to age better. When you feel good about what you've done, when you feel good about yourself, when you feel good about your accomplishments, it can't do anything but help you to age better, because that's what it's about. We want to age better. We want to do well. We want to be the best that we can be. We want next year to be even better than this year. We have to. It has to be better than this year, because this year was a cluster F, okay? It was. So anyway, I don't want to stay on too long. I just wanted to say to you, I want you to do well. I want you to be well. I want you to age well. I want you to continue to be fabulous, and just love who you are, and all of that. But again, it's a mindset, and you just know that life is good, and it's going to get better. Yeah, there are tribulations and challenges and whatnot, but we will get through it. The God, Lord will help you get through it. Please, thank you. Please, thank you. I didn't mean to say that. I wanted to say thank you so much for stopping by Big Age Love with Robin R. Robinson. And I really, really appreciate it if you continue to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe, because I want to get my numbers up so that I can reach more people. And let me know what you're feeling. Put it in the comments, and have a very, very Merry Christmas. Embrace the goodness of the season. Spread some cheer just by saying Merry Christmas to someone. And, I will get at you next week, if God's willing and the creek don't rise. Okay. Enjoy your holidays, whatever you do. And be well, be happy, be blessed. It's a good thing. Okay. It's a good thing. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Okie doke. Be well. Bye, gorgeous human.